A to the K.
To the K.
To the K.
I dream. You dream. We all dream. The WrestleDream.
Nice.
See?
Nice. Okay.
Much better than the Martin Luther King thing that I was going to do.
I think it was the dressing up that did it.
Yeah, a little bit. But WrestleDream's coming around again. It is back with a
Wait, what the fuck's going on with the background there?
It's a mountain. Just a big mold.
So what, are they meant to be the fucking Von Trapps or something? What's this?
I don't know. I kind of like it though. It's a bit different, isn't
The
it?
fucking sound of fucking music.
Oh, if you look in the distance, Tony's just like this, on top of the mountain, with loads of money. Oh, I love it. Yeah, WrestleDream's come back around again. Mad that.
Yeah.
Mad that. So it started off as a Antonio Inoki tribute event, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm still not overly keen on the title. I get that the whole idea is the tribute, but I'm still not keen on the title.
It's a bit like, well, we've got WrestleMania, and they link the things with the things. What if we did wrestle something and link the things with the things? They were like,
yeah, and WrestleDream, you can just turn a W upside down and save some money. I like it.
Love it. Didn't even notice that. Genius.
They haven't. But
Oh. Well, they should have done.
they should have done. And now I'm annoyed that they didn't. What a waste of money.
Should we talk about it?
Yeah, okay.
Let's talk about it. So we've got a lot of Ring of Honor stuff happening on here. So the first one on the pre-show, got Atlantis Jr. defending the Ring of Honor World Television
When we get to
Championship.
play a game, I call singing or screaming.
Okay,
Go.
Yeah.
Because the mountain makes me think that they're all singing now.
I love this game. Maybe they are just yodeling, and it's just going to be a fucking avalanche at some point.
High on a hill was a lonely Brian Cage.
Indeed. Yeah, so Brian Cage is the other guy for the audio listeners. So we got Atlantis taking on Brian Cage.
Singing.
Ring of Honor Television Championship. Okay, Brian Cage, why not?
I mean, sure. Like, he deserves it. I feel
He's
like
fine with them.
we're getting Ring of Honor in our AEW again. But
I know. Got some Ring of Honor in my AEW.
it's not the OCD in me. It's like the touching you.
We need like those portion plates for our wrestling.
My wrestling plate.
Yeah.
I don't want my WWE touching my AEW.
Keep your Lucha Libre over there. Keep your Japanese style over there. Ring of Honor.
In this wrestling meal, you know, you finish off your AEW and your WWE, and they're like, your Ring of Honor's going cold. It's like, I don't.
Yeah.
Push the plate away.
The broccoli at the dish. the Brussels sprouts.
I know Ring of Honor has a lot of love, but not the modern one.
Do you know what though?
The historic Ring of Honor has a lot of legacy, but I don't think people like what it's become.
You know, I just realised I've been watching a lot of Schitt's Creek at the minute, and I keep like impersonating them, and I don't mean to do it. I talk a lot more with my hands, and I close my eyes a lot, and it's a bad thing. I need to stop doing that.
It is.
Anyway, I'm gonna go Brian Cage.
Schitt's Creek's decent though.
Schitt's Creek is decent. You should watch that. But I'm gonna go Brian Cage, man.
I think Brian Cage is the
He just re-signed with them, and no offense to Atlantis Jr., but I don't know who you are.
Well, he's wearing a mask, Carl.
It's hard to tell, to be fair. But Brian Cage, man, he's legit. Will you stop mauling at yourself?
What is
do you
that?
do? I don't know.
Sorry,
I don't want to squeeze all over me, whatever.
I'll check. Oh, whatever. Carry on.
Yeah. Re-signed with him, and he is built like a brick shit house, and is agile like a...
Shit. No, that doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't really work, that, does it? Like a straw?
Like a cat.
Straw piss house? Like a cat. So yeah, I've got Brian Cage. It's on the pre-show, so I'm probably not laughing. But
I like it. Yeah.
Fills up some time, doesn't it? Another Ring of Honor title. Right. We've got Mark Briscoe and Chris Jericho for the Ring of Honor World Championship, right? Oh, how the turntables. Right, Chris Jericho, man. He gets a lot of shit. He's a goat. He's a legend. Yeah? What?
He's a fucking goat on a mountain. I fucking love it. Oh, Tony, you've outdone yourself.
He's a mountain goat, right? And why is he feuding?
I cannot wait till we get to Ospreay.
Yes.
Sorry,
like I don't get this at all. I don't get Mark Briscoe at all. And
no, it's he seemed the Briscoes had a following, and I get that he is popular with crowds, like the indie crowds. I don't get it either. I'll be honest with you.
No, he's not for me. I don't think he's got the charisma, and his ring work is average at best. And you've got Jericho. Like, do we really want to see him be the Ring of Honor World Champ again?
Not really, no.
No. For me, unless they use this as like a vehicle to split up Jericho and Big Cass, for example. Is he called Big Cass? Is he Big Bill?
Big Bill.
Big Bill. Because that needs to end now, really, as well, doesn't it? He needs to stop building up factions. Remember how cool he was with the Inner Circle and a little bit of the bubbly and everything. He was so good. Le Champion.
Factions in AEW that he's created that have worked were the Inner Circle.
Yeah. Well,
the Appreciation Society didn't land for me.
But that was just like a poor copy. Anyway, there wasn't.
Yeah, most of the members as well.
And they've all had Sammy Guevara in it for some reason.
Yeah. He still needs to be.
Well, he's in Ring of Honor at the minute, so maybe
he needs to be the little acorn in the learning tree, doesn't he? So.
What's the thing? Oh yeah, say it again, because you made a fantastic thing before about the learning tree.
Oh, that the learning tree should be in a lumberjack match.
That just makes so much sense.
It does.
Why isn't this a lumberjack match?
Why is that not a thing?
Why is this not a lumberjack match? Yeah. Should it be Jericho? No. Should it be Mark Briscoe as the world champion? No. Should the match even be on the pay-per-view?
Is Enzo going to rock up and team back up with Big Bill?
No. Also,
probably not. No.
Have you seen him lately, by the way? Have you heard about this? He was on some podcast, not ours.
No.
But we haven't asked him. So, but he was on a podcast and he was talking about Liv Morgan, basically saying he used to
he found the Hooters.
He managed the Hooters that she was working in. He used to go out with her. He got her the job in WWE, and then she seems to have forgotten who got her where she is today. And it's like, all right, fella.
Like, well, Enzo. She didn't forget.
Yeah. She knows full well. So
I love how it's like, how long she been in WWE?
Fucking ages now.
Right. He's telling a story now.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's a big like, you know what, he may be telling the truth when he's saying that he got a tryout with WWE, but there's a big bit of time between getting the tryout and becoming the fucking champion, right? Yeah. That he just seems to have glossed over. Like, she didn't do any of the work. He got her where she was. No, he got her in the door.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, she still put the work in. I'm not really sure what the benefit of the story is. He's almost like downgrading the part she played. It's like, well, waiting for me. It's like, well, you basically opened the door.
When you're kind of clutching for...
You're a doorman. That's what you are right now.
When you clutch for relevance again, though, you latch onto whatever you can, can't you? Unfortunately.
Yeah. But are we just being a couple of haters? Or is he being a couple of haters? Can he be a couple of haters?
I don't know. I feel like do some stupid dance or something. Yeah, so I'm going to say Mark Briscoe. I don't really care.
I'll say Jericho just to be a bit different.
Just to be controversial.
Controversial.
Right, now this one was quite annoying as well. So, Darby Allin, he issued an open challenge, right? And I think this is just a bit of a fuck you from Tony Khan, to be honest. It's like, you wanted to climb a mountain. You didn't do it, did you? I'll stick a mountain all over the artwork. Put you against a man mountain in Brody King.
I love how you're like, in...
There's that many people, and to be fair, he looks like he is part of the mountain.
I mean, they really blended him in there. That's really good.
But what I don't understand is, why do an open challenge? So on Dynamite, he's like, I want to have an open challenge with someone. Then on Collision, Brody King comes out and beats him up, and it's like, oh, okay. Like, I thought it would have been like an open challenge, and then we go to WrestleDream, and it's like, who's it going to be?
You've got a belt.
Yeah, he's Darby Allin, isn't
he? What do I win?
The chance to fight Darby.
Like, I don't know. It's weird to me. I like how it's half face paint versus full face paint. Who will win?
Which
guy, is the better one?
There's a guy I used to work with, and he basically just used to say AEW is just all face paint and super kicks. So when he used to play our prediction series on Instagram, which you should play, by the way, he used to send me messages saying the one with face paint, the one who does the super kick, the one with face paint.
And he's not still playing though?
But no.
It's a shame. It sounds like he was enjoying himself.
Yeah, that's a lot of people used to enjoy AEW.
I do have my suspicion that Quarter face paint is going to run in and interrupt this match.
Damn. Okay.
No sign of no face paint though.
What about 2 face paint? Or is that just technically half face paint? If you're thinking about half it.
Paint your face in a mask for no reason.
Yeah, like you have like triple cooked chips. What if you have triple painted face?
Nice. I like it. Yeah. But I mean, surely, he's not winning this.
I think he will, to be honest. But it just annoys me more the fact that he did an open challenge and it was answered before the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I was expecting him to come out and be like, who's it going to be? And it's like, Bobby Lashley. It's like, Bobby Lashley just beat
Into a fucking pirate for a second.
Bobby Lashley's beats the shit out of him around the ring. You'd love that. You'd love to see Darby Allin getting killed everywhere.
I think they need to, like, I'm all for suspension of disbelief. I'm all for the David and Goliath story. But seriously, Brody should just absolutely destroy. It should be a squash match, this.
Well, I think,
really speaking,
the reason I think Darby's going to win, I believe the undercurrent of all of this is Darby's never beaten Brody. You heard.
The Thunder what?
Apparently, he's never beaten Brody King in AEW or on the Indies.
There's a reason.
Well, yeah. I think this is the way for
Don't do it, Darby. He's much bigger than you.
Yeah. Give him another nail in his coffin drop.
I want to see a scenario where, like, he just realizes he fucked up. Like, he runs at the ropes, he dives, and he just tries to clothesline him and just lands.
Oh, 100%.
And he's like, oh.
I can see him doing that dive to the outside that he does and just literally bouncing off him.
Have you ever seen that in the Avengers?
I've seen the Avengers.
When the Hulk grabs Loki and just...
Oh, yeah.
That's all this match should be.
I'd love that to be fair.
That's what this match should be.
I like Darby. You don't like him. But...
I have nothing against Darby. I just feel like we need to book Brody as the monster he is.
I feel like I could make a compilation.
No, that's not.
No, I'm not against Darby, but I can splice that with.
Start it with that, and just every negative thing I've ever said.
Pretty
you
much.
could probably do a supercut, yeah.
Pretty much.
But from a booking point of view, even if you ignore my dislike of Darby, right, you should be booking this guy like an absolute monster, shouldn't you?
Yeah.
What benefit would it have, Darby winning right now?
What benefit does it have, Brody winning? Because let's be
Brody
honest,
squashing him.
Yeah, but he does that, and then he'll go back to fucking losing as part of House of Black next week on Collision. And it's like,
why do you say Collision like that?
Well, that's a Rampage anymore because that's not on, is it? True. That's ruined. So Collision will be the C show soon because it'll be like that Shockwave, won't he?
Fuck's sake.
So yeah, I'm going Darby.
I'm going Brody. It's got to be Brody.
Okay. Now this one we don't know what the match is, so let's speculate, shall we? So tonight, tonight because it's a Tuesday night Dynamite. We're gonna have Britt Baker and Willow Nightingale facing off. The winner will face Mariah May for the AEW Women's Championship. Okay,
I want it to be Britt because I think she deserves just a bit more recognition than she's got since she come back.
More recognition.
Since she come back, I think she's got a little bit of shit when she's
got a bit of Brit.
But I think she could have a really good match with Mariah here. So I want that to be the case.
I do.
Mariah still needs to stay to win.
Well, that's the challenging part of it. Really, is she's just come back all Brit, and then she was like suspended for a bit because Brit does Brit things, and then she'll have a match against Mariah and lose, and it's like
I know, but for me, I'm like, eat the loss now, and then we can build it back up. It could even be born out of frustration of being rusty and losing. But you can't have her like be inconsistent. So it's not like she's been winning and then get squashed by Mariah, and that's that momentum dead. Right now, she hasn't got the momentum. Mariah needs to keep the belt anyway. So let's do it. Let's book that. Yeah. It'll be a banger of a match. And no offense to Willow, I'd be more intrigued seeing her and Britt.
I still don't. Again, AEW booking for you. Like, how did Britt get this opportunity here now? Because like at All In, she was against Mercedes and didn't win there. So then it's like, well, you lost for the TBS title. So now I'll book you for the world one,
Tony. But there's no second tier title.
No, of course not.
No. I want to make that clear.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Willow wins it. I want it to be Britt and Mariah, but I kind of don't because I don't want Britt I want to build to that maybe. So I'm gonna say Willow for now. Maybe Britt costs Willow at the pay-per-view, something like that. So I think Mariah's winning anyway.
Yeah, I think she has to, doesn't she?
Yeah, she can't lose it this soon, surely. After defeating Toni Storm and that amazing storyline there.
I know. Yeah, no, you're right.
I kind of feel bad for her now because it's like after that, like that was fantastic. AEW sometimes is not the best for storytelling. That was fantastic, and I kind of feel like, well, where's Mariah going from here?
Yeah, I think the trouble with AEW is that the storytelling's inconsistent enough that people lose sight of the great stories. Like people will remember the Tony stuff and they'll remember it being great, but they won't go, AEW has good stories. So generally they'll believe that that's not the case. When in actual fact they do, they're just kind of lost in the shuffle a little. It's a shame, really.
Yeah. They should have done something with Mina Shirakawa, like the history them two got from Stardom.
I thought they were. Seemed like they were heading that way.
Now she's coming over here and she's fighting Lizzie, isn't she? In like next week or something.
Like next week.
Like next week or something.
And that.
So, yeah. There you go. Another match that we definitely need to see, and we clearly don't know who's going to win. Jack Perry, TNT title on the line.
It looks like the TNT mountain.
Shibata.
I like that.
I know, yeah, it's cool. That. Jack Perry in it. He's not dropping. He's not losing the belt to fucking Shibata, is he?
He fucking made it. Or whatever. I don't know.
Literally blood, sweat, and tears went into that.
Yeah, mostly tears.
Yeah, mostly.
Why don't they like me?
Oh, so
oh, sorry.
What's his name? Like, I forgot what his whole gimmick meant to be now. This black sheep or something. What is he?
Scapegoat.
There you go. Fucking mountains full of for all the goats.
We've got the goats, the billy goats, the scapegoats.
I love it.
We need to have a goat match.
We do.
I feel like I just killed that. Just awkward silence. Love
Need to have a goat match. Yeah, so Jack Perry then.
Yeah, I mean,
there's
not a lot to say, is it? He's got the belt. He wants to be unliked, and he's probably going to win, and then be a bit of a cunt.
Yeah, this is one of my big problems with like pay-per-views in AEW. This is a match that you could throw together on Dynamite or something, and it'd be like, oh, maybe because Jack Perry's not losing it.
No.
So what's the point?
Exactly.
Why should I care? Like, I'm just gonna. This is a piss break match, not just because it's Jack Perry, but when the outcome's so obvious, why are you gonna watch it? For great wrestling, no.
Nice.
Okay. Again, I think the outcome's probably predictable, but we've got Young Bucks against Private Party. Tag team titles on the line. Private Party haven't won these titles in the whole 5 years of fucking being there.
It's a real shame. I mean,
they started off boss.
They haven't really had a great run.
Well, they started off boss, and then they got fucking part of the Hardy Party, and then there was injuries, and they just lost all that momentum.
Matt just kind of fucked them off.
Yeah. And then I don't know what they've even been doing. So, like, they're back now, and I just think AEW OGs are still around. I'd love to see them win the belts, but I just can't see it.
I think they deserve it. I think they deserve a run. They deserve, like, a bit of a push. But I think we're going to keep on with the Matt and Nick thing. Like, we're unlikable. And
Matthew and Nicholas, I'll have you know.
Yes, of course. God, I can't wait for Kenny Omega to come back and make these guys relevant again.
Do you think he might come back?
What do you mean? Right.
On this?
On this?
No? Okay.
No.
Someone took a picture of him somewhere and was like, he's looking dead jacked at the minute. And it's like, does that mean he's ready to wrestle or can?
I think the trouble is Omega was the guy and these were the friends.
Yeah.
It's like we're stuck with Kevin Nash. You know what I mean? Instead of like... No, it's like we want Razor Ramon and we've got Kevin Nash. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit like that. Like, no offense to Kevin, right? But he was the mate, wasn't he? He wasn't the guy, right? Razor was clearly the guy.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like that. Matt and Nick aren't the guy, they're the friends. Like, it's the same with the fucking AJ Styles as mates.
Oh, God, yeah.
Like, they're the mates, they're not the guys. If you only had them, you'd be like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is the trouble. It's not about collecting heat, and it's not about they're obviously good at what they do, but the Kenny Omega's mates. That's what they are. That's the bottom line of it. So without him, we're kind of just waiting for him to come back.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well, we'll talk about this when I talk about the last match, but I kind of don't know where the whole situation's going at the minute. But before we get there, now this does have match of the night potential.
Oh, it was a belt.
You just think you had a really wide hood?
I was like, what the fuck?
That didn't sound right, did it?
I was like, what's going on with that mountain? Right, okay. Yeah, it makes sense to me now.
Billy Goat, Ricochet, and Takeshita. Triple threat match. Did you see this? Did you see this match that Ospreay and Ricochet had?
Yeah.
Did you?
It was a good match.
What do you think of it?
It was a good match.
Yeah. It didn't live up to the original, did it? And
I think what made it harder
a lot slower.
I think the trouble is AEW and to be honest, I can't blame AEW. The wrestling world, the community were too busy wanking themselves off about how good this match was going to be.
Yeah.
That I think they couldn't make it as good.
Yeah.
Like, it almost became impossible because everyone's like, "Do you remember the first one? Remember how good that was? It's gonna be so great." And you're like, "Dave," and then you watch it and you're like, "Stars, I'm saying stars."
I'm surprised it's your 15th time in 10 minutes, Dave.
And I don't know. It just kind of like I think with an F.
I think
that
just because Will Ospreay's on the screen,
it was never going to live up to the hype that it gave itself.
Yeah.
So,
do you know what?
Still good.
It's been absolutely fucking trounced anyway by WWE stands and stuff. And this is wrestling, isn't this meant to be a sports-based thing? Like,
they were the fucking monocles and their attitude.
Which, as we were saying before, let's just compartmentalize our wrestling. If you don't want the Brussels sprouts, don't stick them on your plate. You know,
exactly.
Just don't have them.
I know somebody might try and force them on you, but then you just leave them, or you feed them to the dog, whatever.
It's got like a little visual of someone holding WWE stand that was going like the match.
No. There comes the airplane. Is the airplane going?
Top flight.
Saudi.
Top flight. Oh.
Bill's on it. You know.
Yeah. Oh, there's Rick.
It's the propeller.
Yeah. So obviously they had a decent match. I quite liked the finish. It was like was it a double pin? I think it was, or double count out, and then it was like they were going to restart the match, and then Takeshita ruined it all. Oh, so it's like no, it'll be triple threat.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's reward him, shall we, by sticking him in the match?
Which shows if you interfere in shit, it's none of your business.
Yeah.
You will get rewarded. Remember that when you're in work.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be fuming if Will Ospreay loses this, unless it's to move Will into the main title picture, but I can't see that happening. So I'm going to say...
I think they will.
That was awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Billy Goat on this one.
Yeah, I hope. I mean, dropping the title to Ricochet over there, and putting the Billy Goat in the main title picture would be a good shout though.
It would. And I think Takeshi's just in this to eat the pin.
Yeah, 100%. It's like, who's that guy?
Basically,
I'll tell you who he is.
He's the guy who'd be lying down for 3.
He just lies down at the beginning of the match. When you're ready.
Yeah, Big Willie, I think, for this one. Which takes us to...
Is that how you measure in these matches?
Maybe.
Medium Willie on this one. What you might call a semi.
Yes. So, main event time. I don't know where this whole angle's going. Jon Moxley's come back and he's like, you know, he's doing it for them, or for, you know, like he's implying there's some sort of higher power there. Then he gets Marina Shafir along for the ride. Then Wheeler Utah's still there, just being a little prick. And then you just kind of like... and Claudio's there in the background for some reason. And then it's like...
Claudio's like, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm just here.
So do we think, like, what is the story here? Like, who's Moxley doing this for? Like, who controls?
I feel like you're just describing AEW to a T. What is the story here?
Tony, who are you booking this for? Is it just you? Like, it's interesting. Like, people are saying it's Shane McMahon. It's going to be the whole Shane McMahon thing.
I mean, I'd be annoyed if it's Shane.
I wouldn't mind.
I don't have an issue with Shane in AEW, for the record. Just him being the higher power in this story or this faction, and being. I
wouldn't mind if he was like the benefactor guy who's like off screen. So he's like, you know, giving them orders or like supplying them with the funds to recruit people. You know, he's like, you know, billionaire Ted kind of thing.
I know you can never like you know, he's grown as a person over the years.
I'm grown.
Like, I just can't imagine him being this sinister, like, funding the evil faction kind of guy, when in reality he's just there with his high tops on, just fucking dancing around. Like, I don't know, he probably still doesn't do it, but
yeah.
Or his fucking off-brand version of his own theme music. And, here comes the dollar, because we can't use the real one.
Like, to put it this way, I'm happy for him to be involved with AEW. I don't want to see him fucking wrestle.
No, 100%.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't want to wrestle. I just want to jump off something big. Say, yeah, we can arrest.
Well, like, what do you think? What are your thoughts on this? Obviously, Moxley came back and he was all...
I feel like the stipulation set by Danielson of, if I lose, I'm retiring or whatever. I feel like it can't be Mox. I feel like that should be used to put someone over.
That's like a bit of a damn squib as well, to bring Mox back and have this massive storyline and he just loses. So,
I know, but like, what do you have? Him retiring Danielson, everyone just get pissed off.
Get picked off.
Pissed off. Everyone gets pissed off. Like,
that's it. It's a lose-lose, man.
It is. It really is. So I don't know. Fuck those. But I think the intrigue would be more about who the higher power is, and that reveal should be part of this match.
Yeah.
Unless it's God. Because as we know, Vince McMahon beat. Did he beat God?
He beat him, yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
You know.
But he shit on him afterwards as well. Allegedly. I
mean, if you're a man who beat God, you think you're not going to... you think you get away with everything, really, I suppose. But
it's true. Yeah. To be honest, this whole card, there's only 2 matches that I'm interested in, and it's the last 2 we spoke about, which doesn't bode well, to be honest. Don't get me wrong, this has been the case a couple of times in AEW, and the card itself, like the events always ended up being pretty good.
I mean, we're pleasantly surprised that there's a card to talk about, because that happens a lot too.
That also does happen a lot, to be fair. To have, 8 matches announced.
That's pretty good.
The week of is really good going, actually.
Yeah.
Normally we just find out all on the collision before. So, yeah. How you feeling about it?
I think Danielson should win, and I hope that we get some progress on what the deal is with Mox.
Do you think there's it's a bit of a wild one? Do you think maybe the Blackpool Combat Club and the Elite merged or something?
The Elite Combat Club, that kind of works.
Oh, that's one way to get rid of Blackpool, isn't it?
ECC.
ECC. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, Moxley keeps alluding to the fact that there's some. I'm drawing a blank on what it is that he actually fucking said, which is why I keep saying he keeps alluding to, and I'm hoping that it'll re-trigger, but it won't. But, yeah, he came back and was basically implying it's doing this needs to happen for someone else or something. Anyway, WrestleDream happening on Saturday pay-per-view for AEW. Doesn't happen often. So the match.
That's the way the show's ending. That's kind of how we feel about it.
How we feel about it. But I'm happy to be wrong. I hope it's epic, because let's be honest, nobody wants anyone to be failing or not like that.
So AEW is happy to be wrong.
It's just signed a massive multi-million-dollar
thing is, I don't actively want them to fail. It just
no, who would?
Knobheads. But let's.
You want to care a bit more, don't we?
Yeah, let's make them a little bit more enthused.
Yeah, you just want to care a bit more.
I want to be enthusiastic. What's the other term? You're trying to make something
good.
You're trying to make something for me to be enthusiastic about. What's the term for that? I want it to be enthusing. Isn't a word.
Enticing.
Enticing. That'll be the word. I reckon it's enticing. Let me know in the comments.
So yeah, what a weird way to end an episode. But yeah, as Anthony said, that's kind of how we feel about this one. So we'll see. I'm sure we'll be proved wrong. We will be doing prediction series. They'll be coming out on Friday.
So wait.
So yeah, get your scores on the doors for that one. And before we let you go, make sure you do all the good stuff. You like us, you subscribe, and everything. But also hear this wonderful elevator pitch about a fantastic organisation called the Hot Tag Foundation.
Because you introduced them, I was going to take the piss when you said about an elevator pitch.
Okay, cool.
You struggle opening doors. I was going to go into that, but then you mentioned Hot Tag, so I can't. So
sorry,
you ruined it.
Sorry about that.
Anyway, the Hot Tag Foundation are a wonderful organisation.
I'm right.
Fine. So the Hot Tag Foundation, we have been sort of, I don't want to say partnering with, because it really over-exaggerates our role in this.
We're the supporters club,
We're part of the supporters club.
Stop trying to fucking usurp them with you. Last one you were like, we've got this community. No, we haven't. They've got a community.
I'm with Jon Moxley.
He is the higher power.
So the Hot Tag Foundation, we're part of the supporters club, as you say, and we've interviewed quite recently to sort of get a better idea of their organisation. But what we want you guys to do is to take a look for yourselves on the social medias and on the links that we provide in the descriptions and what have you, and get a better idea of what they do and how you can support. Essentially, they are looking to sort of increase the love of wrestling, share the love of wrestling with the community, and do a bit of good in the world as well. So the idea, and most recently they're doing their Toy Rumble, which is a toy drive, to be able to gather some toys for the less fortunate. But obviously within that is that building that community spirit and that sort of sharing that love of wrestling. And I think that is such an admirable cause and something that you should all get involved in. I say this all the time, but obviously if you can't donate or you're not local enough to donate at one of their toy drives, which they usually hold at wrestling events, even just the likes of liking and sharing and getting that information out there so that other people may happen across it and can donate, everything helps. It's all for a good cause and something you should get involved in. So fucking do it.
Do it. Links in all the descriptions, YouTube and podcasts.
Did you like me?
Everywhere.
I thought I'll go hyper aggressive at the end.
It was like so sincere. Then it was like, do it. Good.
Cool.
Good. Yeah, fucking do it. Yeah, check those guys out, support them, and we will catch you on the next one.